What is going on, everybody? Hope everyone is having an amazing day so far. But today I wanted to cover sort of how well Billy Turner has been playing in comparison to David Bakhtiari because of course, Billy Turner has been starting at left tackle for the past few games as David Bakhtiari has been injured since that game versus the Buccaneers. So I sort of want to take a look and sort of see sort of how they match up versus each other. So, of course, Billy Turner came to the Packers in March of 2019 where he signed a 4-year, $28 million contract. And before that, he was signed to the Dolphins back in 2018. He was drafted by them in the 3rd round, was with them for a little while, and then went to the Broncos for a couple of years before he came to the Packers back in 2019. So in 2019, Billy Turner was playing guard, starting at right guard for the entire season, but he didn't really do very good in that position. He allowed 9 sacks in 2019 and 52 pressures in 764 pass blocking attempts. And if you want to see like a little bit of a comparison, Elgton Jenkins allowed 0 sacks and 24 pressures over only 694 pass blocking attempts. So obviously last year, Billy Turner playing at right guard just didn't really perform very well in 2019. And if we take a look at one more stat for 2019, out of 63 guards that played 50% of snaps, he ranked 58 out of 63, and that's according to Pro Football Focus. So last year wasn't a great year for Billy Turner. So now coming into 2020 in training camp, Billy Turner was sort of, they were allowing Billy Turner to come in and practice a little bit at right tackle, sort of switching Rick Wagner and him out during training camp. And then sort of it was coming out, there were reports coming out from training camp that Billy Turner was honestly looking very good at that right tackle position and that he could likely start instead of Rick Wagner at right tackle. But Billy Turner started off the season with a knee injury, so the first few games he didn't get to play. And it was in week 3 that he started to play at that right tackle position versus the New Orleans Saints. But then, of course, when Bakhtiari goes down, Billy Turner comes in, and now he has been starting for Bakhtiari at that spot for the past few games. So now let's take a look at some of these stats for both of these guys. So honestly, first off, the first stat I saw has to do with pass block win rate, which is a stat that ESPN created, which basically says it's the rate at which a lineman can hold his block for 2.5 seconds or longer. So I was looking at this stat, and when you look at this, it says Billy Turner is 2nd in the NFL at tackle with a 96% pass block win rate, and David Bakhtiari was 5th with 94% pass block win rate. So just saying that, I was like, wait, is Billy Turner, has he been much better than Bakhtiari? And that one stat seems to show that. And at first, I was sort of going to talk about how Billy Turner has been amazing at tackle so far this season, but I was like, let me do a little bit more research to sort of see other stats we could sort of look at to see, who has really been playing better. So when we take a look at Pro Football Focus, which these guys, are people who watch every single play and sort of grade the players based on sort of how well they play, certain different factors. So I like to look at them a lot because I know myself personally, I'm not like a scout. I'm not some guru who knows like how well a player has been playing. I like to look at stats and sort of people's analysis on players because, I sort of just watch the games and I can see when a player is playing well, like, oh, he was able to hold that guy and that guy didn't come sack the quarterback. But besides that, I'm not like some scout that really knows how to, grade players and sort of see how they're playing. So that's why I like to look at Pro Football Focus a lot. And so if we take a look at it, Billy Turner has allowed 2 sacks, 2 hits, and 13 pressures. And then we look at David Bakhtiari. Bakhtiari has allowed 0 sacks, 0 hits, and 0 pressures. So just from that, Bakhtiari obviously much better in those statistics with 5 pressures versus Turner's 13 pressures, twice as good as Turner in that category. And then a sort of concerning thing for Billy Turner is if you take a look at the run block grade, so basically how well have they been run blocking, Billy Turner out of 100, this is sort of the grade, is 57.7 versus Bakhtiari's 83.6. So even if Billy Turner has a better pass block win rate, better than David Bakhtiari, he is much worse when it comes to the run. But also, if we take a look at their pass block grade for both of these guys for PFF, Turner has a 68.6 grade and Bakhtiari has an 85.7 grade. So honestly, I don't know if it's the fact that maybe, Billy Turner is really good at holding a block for 2.5 seconds because that's sort of what the pass block win rate measures, and maybe it's after that these guys have come in and gotten some pressures. Honestly, I don't know completely. Maybe you guys have some more knowledge with regard to that statistic, but it sort of seems from PFF that Bakhtiari has been playing much better than Billy Turner, even though Billy Turner has a leg up in that one sort of stat category. And the very final thing I want to take a look at with regard to both of these guys is when we take a look at PFF's overall offensive grade for both of these players. So factoring in pass blocking and run blocking, David Bakhtiari is 4th in the NFL at tackle with a, 89 grade, where Billy Turner is 50th with a 65.8 grade. So it seems to me that David Bakhtiari has been playing. Obviously, we know he's one of the best tackles in the NFL, but from that one stat, some people were thinking, oh, do we even need Bakhtiari after the season? But after doing some more research, personally, it seems that I think we do need Bakhtiari, even though Billy Turner has been, good and hasn't allowed too many sacks. He still does not match up against Bakhtiari. But honestly, I'd be curious to see if you guys have certain thoughts about this, because there's so many different statistics and things to look at and sort of how to judge a player, and everyone could have their own opinion. So I'd be curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this. But this was sort of what I got from my research. Sort of trying to see which of these guys has been playing better. But that's going to be all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like down below on the video. And if you want to see some more content, make sure you subscribe. And also, a few of you guys have joined the Discord chat recently. It's been fun to talk with you guys, and I'll leave it down below, the link to join the Discord, as I have on the past few videos. But that's going to be all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.